I want to share a new app I've been working on called MyTrip. It's located at mytravelapp.net. This is an app I've created to help you plan any kind of trip. It can be a simple one-day trip out of town or a multi-day adventure. It could be for a hunting trip, could be for a vacation, and everything in between. Also great for family reunions because you can collaborate with others. Now when you come to mytravelapp.net, you can kind of read through this information. It'll kind of explain what it can do. You can start for free, just so you can just try it out. And I would love some of my friends and family to try it for free so I can just get some feedback. After you have a username and password, you can just simply log in. Here are the trips that I've been working on, and let me just kind of share with you. I've worked on this one quite a bit. This is our spring vacation coming up down to southern Utah. So inside of this trip, it starts on the Itinerary tab, and there are all these tabs across here you can go between, and I'll quickly show them to you. And if we click on one of these days, then you can see all the things that are happening on that date in order, from the hotel that I'm staying at to a couple of activities, some points of interest or some places I need to stop, right down to where I want to wash my car. Okay, that's how detailed you can be. A lot of these are separated by activity, restaurant, or hotel. And of course, an activity can mean anything from a hike to shopping. So this is the itinerary, and you can see all days are there and everything's ready to look at. There is a calendar view, so if I go ahead to that trip, it'll show it over on this right side, same activities. And what's great is all of these activities have the directions attached. So on my phone, I'm looking at MyTrip, I just hit get directions and Google Maps takes me there. Already planned out and saved. I don't have to look it up on Google Maps. It's ready to go. The activities tab, you can add an activity. These are all the activities I've added. And when you add an activity, you give it a date and time, and it places it on the itinerary for you. There's a menu tab. So I do plan on the trip we're going on. I need to plan meals because a lot of time we're going to be eating out of a cooler, a lot of hotel breakfasts, and then probably a few restaurants for dinner. But if I was collaborating with somebody on this, then they could also put their, like a family reunion, for example. You can decide who's doing what breakfast, lunch, and dinner on any given day. I love the map tab. So this shows all of my activities, where they are and where they've been saved. Right now, all of them are showing, but if I just click on the hotels, those are the 5 locations I will be staying, the 2 restaurants that I found, and then those are all the activities. And you can click on those and it pops up and tells you what it is, and right there I can hit the directions button. This is the hotel tab, so I've got all my hotels saved in here for each day. And what's fun is when you save them, it automatically gives you an actual photograph of the hotel or the activity, and I'll show you how that works in a minute. Flights, no flight information for this trip. We're driving, but you can add a flight. Put all the information in there. Restaurants, I have found these 2 restaurants. Works well with where we're going to be on those 2 days, but most of the time we're going to be in the back country, so not a lot of restaurants where we're going. You can add a to-do list, notes. I've added notes to each day, so when I wake up and look at the itinerary, I can kind of remember the gist of what's going on that day. There's a trip journal, so you can take notes to refer to later. All of these trips can be archived, so you can go back and review them. If you want to upload some of the pictures of your trip, you put them in this tab right here. If someone is collaborating with you, they can then download that picture. Think family reunions, everyone's taking pictures, they all upload. Then people can download back to their phones the ones they want to keep. I have a documents tab that shows you can save anything here. In this case, I've saved some documents about some of the activities we're doing, like the Buckskin Gulch hike I want to do. I have a document in here that just looks absolutely beautiful. At least I've linked to it. Let's see if it's going to come up here. And for whatever reason, it does not like it. Let's try another one. There's that one. Or Canyonlands National Park. Okay. Continuing on, a packing list. If you're like me, I make lists and I check them off. I mean, so you can make a list, and what's fun about that is you can go into the templates thing and you can save as a template. And so you can save a list. There's pre-made templates that you can borrow and use, but you can also save custom templates that you can use for future trips. If you like to keep track of your budget, you can give yourself a budget, and as you spend on your trip, keep track of it and kind of see where the money went. All right, just real quick, let's say we are going to start a new trip, and I'm going to go to Island Park, Idaho. I can search for it here, and the reason I want to do that because I love pictures. So there you go. I can hit that right there. It's going to fill in this picture for me. I can set the dates. Let's say I go there in July. We're just making all this up, but we're having fun doing it. July 6th through, let's do that Saturday. And we can hit create trip. And so here's my trip to Island Park. Let's see, this one right here is the one we chose. So it's got that picture, it's all loaded to go. If I go in here, there's nothing on the itinerary yet. Let's just add an activity so you can see how that works. If I add an activity, let's say we want to go to Sawtell Peak. It's a nice drive up to the golf ball if you've ever been there. I place that there, and then I give the date. So I gotta go into July again. I want to go there on July 7th. We'll go in the morning first thing. So I can put 10 a.m. There it is. I can hit create. And bam, there's an activity. And there's a picture, actually a view from the top of the mountain. And there's the directions on how to get there. Okay, I could do the same thing for more activities. I could go in here. Let's say we're staying at a hotel. I can put it in here. Or if you know a restaurant, let's search for a restaurant. So I could search for the Three Bear Restaurant. There it is in Yellowstone, town of Yellowstone. Go down here and say we're going to go to eat on July 8th, 6 p.m. and hit add. And there it is. Now if I go back to the itinerary, you can see these start to populate here. Sawtell Peak on the 7th. On the 8th, we're going to dinner at the Three Bear Restaurant. And you just start building with all the information you need for that trip. One last thing, just to show you, if you want to collaborate with somebody, you can invite them right here. I have 3 collaborators on my spring break trip. You just put their email in here and invite them to come to MyTrip, and then they can see it. They can go in and edit those things, and then they have all the information too. When it's time to drive somewhere, they've already got that activity saved, and they got the directions, so that Google Maps will take them right then. So anyway, I love some feedback. If you have any questions, shoot me a message or a text. Thanks.